First of all, as I was watching the movie in the beginning, I was thinking that there was a kind of a 90s tone in the movie. I mean, it seemed like you looked up upon the romantic comedies from the 90s, maybe Meg Ryan, one, the famous one. But as the movie went on, I started to think that that kind of mechanism that the movie talks about is something that has, in a way, no time. It's from the beginning of the romantic comedy and it goes up to our age. So what do you think that is immortal, in a way, in this kind of tone that you put in the movie?
Like the timeless nature of the romantic comedy.
Dealing with the modern day world, but also,
A message that's gone back all the way to the beginning of It Happened One Night, as a romantic comedy. That's a really good question. Because I didn't think about the 90s movies. It's funny that you should say that. I've heard that, but that's why. I think that there's a common theme in romantic comedies. I would say that it's about love and being open with each other. I think that's in every romantic comedy, and being accepted for who you are. Wouldn't you say that's a pretty common thing?
And I would say that she at least did an incredible job at taking something that was, I don't want to say formulaic, but something that you know what I mean by that, and dealing with it in a modern world and the way that the world is, because the world's changed a great deal since the 90s, and the way that people relate to each other, the workplace, roles of women. So I think that the film was modernized to deal with the way the world is now.
I've been following your career more or less since the beginning, and I've been always been really interested by your choices, because there was you put together the horror movie, the big blockbusters, and then you started to experiment with comedy and romantic comedy in particular. So what brings you on as an actress? Why did you make these choices, and what did you want to achieve with all these different experiences?
So I've always wanted to push myself to try different things. I've always wanted to become a better actress and work with different people and learn from different people. That has made me make some decisions out of fear, because I have always wanted to work. I will always be the little girl, the teenager walking around New York, desperate for a job, desperate to get any footing in this business, and that's in me. So some decisions I've made have been that, but I'm proud of every decision I've made in the sense that I've learned something from everything, learned things from my mistakes. I've learned things from the people I've worked with, my bad experiences, my good experiences, and I've become a better actress and a better person. I've become better at doing this. So I have hopefully a lot more life to live and a lot of other things to do, but I've always wanted to tell stories, and recently, and as I've had a stronger foothold in my work, I wanted to empower women, empower myself so that I can also empower women. That's why I've gotten involved in producing, and I want to experiment with the weird and travel and do really odd things, which has been one of the reasons why I'm not afraid of doing strange things for some reason. So I'm just excited and delighted by the fact that I get to do this.
What did you see in Alex that made you think that she was the right one for this movie?
Well, her soul, her spirit is beautiful, and she's incredibly funny. And I think people have missed that for the most part. Or she hasn't been given the opportunity to really let her funny side shine. But she's an incredible human being, a kind human being, and I love her, and I just thought she was the perfect Emma.
The movie deals with people not telling each other what they really think, what they really feel. Is there something that you never told each other about what you really think about each other?
See, that's the thing, that's one of the things with the movie is being vulnerable with each other and telling someone how you feel about them, even just what you did now, you've never sat down and really, you say wonderful things about me, but it's hard to expose your soul or how you feel or be. It creates a connection and intimacy, and that's the message of the movie, that sometimes the things that scare you the most, you have to just tell somebody to connect with them. Is there anything I haven't told you?
No.
I wish you'd groom Toots, your dog.
Never.
She refuses to groom her dog, and I've never told
You know
her
the
that
dog
she
in
should.
the movie, Toots?
But
no.
I want her to groom her dog. But it's
Let
her
it be,
choice.
Let her hair be free.
I want you to groom her and put a little barrette in her hair.
Never.